Yes, people, how are we doing? Hopefully everyone's good. We are joined by Sanaya Kelly from Sanaya
Kelly.
_ limited.
How do you not know?
What is it?
It's limitless for posing.
There we go. So
You're
Sam,
fake.
Sam, put her out. This is my girlfriend, guys. Sanaya hasn't been actually featured on a video in quite some time.
Yeah, because you
I'm
don't
guessing.
like me.
She just a girl came up to her before we started this, and she was like, "You've got really pretty hair, and you're really, really pretty." And it's like it's so funny because like dudes just go, "Yeah, you're looking fucking jacked, bro. Looking fucking huge." And then
You get
girls
guys
are
coming
like,
up to you all the time.
"No, but girls don't like." I've never come up to anyone and say you're really pretty or whatever. So different as being a girl.
She's nice.
Yeah. So we are here today. It's the PCA Naturals. I'm not allowed in, unfortunately. I'm not allowed into the venue because I'm not natural. Oh, Sanaya isn't either, actually.
That's why I'm here.
Sanaya's going to
Because
sneak in.
I look more natural.
Yeah, she looks more natural. No, so we've got two clients on today. We weren't actually going to be filming today. However, Sam hoodwinked me, as usual. He was like, "Reese, I'm at the place. Finn's not filming. Do you want me to film for you?" So, yeah, I was like, "Yeah, fine."
Yeah, but
How
Jacob's
much?
gonna do
How
well,
much do you
Sam's
need?
gonna do
So, I've got two clients on today. Jacob Tipper, I've already done a video with him. Go back if you want to watch it. He won the overall at his last show, so won his class, won the teens, won the overall, second ever teen to do it, and he's in today in the junior short. He's right on the cap, like he's literally like if he was a centimetre tall, I think he would have been in the junior tall. But
Yeah.
it's one of those where like for Jacob, again, we'll have a chat to him once he's out. But the goal today is a class win and see how he does in the overall.
And the overall.
Yeah, to be fair, he's the overall. We'll see how things go. There might be better dudes than him. We will see. But Jacob is incredibly good, and he looks better than he did 2 weeks ago.
Can
A lot
imagine
fuller.
he'll be against the same people at the UKDFB.
Yeah, and he'd be up against the same people. And realistically, it's one of those where, like, if you're going into a show, going in for the overall or to do well in the overall, the class is almost irrelevant in regards to if you're tall or short. I said to him, like, it doesn't really matter. If you're good enough to win the overall at a previous show, you should be good enough to potentially do really well in the class. But at the same time, you can't control turns up. He is looking absolutely spot on though. So really, really happy with how things have gone. And then we also have Cam Z Fitness. He looked really, really good. First time in his life that he's ever been lean, like really, really
In
lean.
proper shape.
Yeah, like he's competed a few times before. And he kept saying to me when he was in like the 190s, soon to be in the 180s, bro, that's stage weight. And I was like, it's not going to be. We got down to 169 as lowest, so a good 11 or 12 pounds off. I think like 13 or 14 pounds off from his previous
That
stage
dude
showings.
has a continuous loading sign over his head because of how much you
and
have to
I'm
push
not
it.
sure if we're going to get Cam involved today much in the video because bro is absolutely battered.
Yeah.
He's battered. We saw him on Monday for a little in-person check-in in a session, and we were like chatting, and it was like you could literally see the cogs in his brain trying to
There's
process.
brain and then there's Cam.
Yeah, Cam's,
Like,
but
it's a few levels.
we've killed him. Like we've absolutely killed him.
You've killed him. I ain't got nothing
no,
to do
I've
with
killed
that.
him. Like fair play to him. He's been doing like pro fat rest days for the longest amount of time possible. Like I can't even remember really. His food has been like sub 150 carb on training days for a long time.
He looks so sharp.
Yeah, he
That's
does
the
look
thing,
really,
he
really
looks
sharp.
good.
And like, he's somebody who doesn't lose fullness, and he's doing men's physique. So Cam's doing men's physique, Jacob's doing junior short, bodybuilding, obviously. And both of them are really, really good. Like, Cam's not a genetic freak, but he's really sharp, really good posing, good looking lad as well, lovely hair. And like,
Amazing
yeah,
jawline.
amazing jawline. Like, it'll be cool
And he's
to see.
got long hair as well,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like he's gonna stand out
Yeah.
just because of that.
So like with a tan under the lights, I think it'll be a really, really good look.
And he's good at posing
yeah,
as
he's
well.
good at
Like, he's good
posing.
at putting a show on.
Yeah, so we'll see how he does. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if we get two really, really good results today. But at the same time, it's a really busy show. Like, they've split the height classes up. It's a wicked venue. I've been here before plenty of times with clients to compete. And also, because it's a PCA show, I'm not going to say there's going to be guys that are on PDs, but
there is.
there's going to be a few who just go,
In every single-
naturals?
yeah.
Sound, I'll be able to do that. Where, like, people wouldn't enter a UKDFBA show if they were
They'll
natty,
close
or
their
most
eyes and
people
sign the
wouldn't.
declaration. Hopefully no one gets beat up this time.
Yeah, fingers crossed. So that was a two-bro show, that wasn't a PCA show.
matter,
So that's the intro. Yeah.
It was a PCA show.
No, it'll be enough.
PCA show where, you know, where Freshwater went, ooh, he got punched in the face.
No, that was the day after. That was the first time.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, like, because they,
Freshwater,
they have to sign the declaration.
Hopefully he's doing well, mate. Hopefully your jaw's okay. I saw him actually, he's not too bad. So, yeah.
Send him a good welcome.
That's that, guys. We'll see what Sam films and all that sort of stuff. Maybe make a few reels. Sam, reels?
Reel it up.
Reels?
Reel it up.
Any
buddy.
reels? Sound cool. Catch you guys in the reels. Check my Instagram, Reese Fit. See you later. Last time I was like, we like could have pushed fullness a bit. We did for overall, and you look better. Where now it's like, you look really good. Like, I almost feel like you could step on stage, obviously you will have some food, but I feel like you could almost step on stage like this and you'd be like, sick. So without a pump, you're looking like this, it's like, it's sick. Really good. Right guys, so little in-person check-in. Jacob, come on, get yourself involved. Jacob has decided to bring Conviction, not Mega Pump. So
I really wanted to get stimmed up.
So basically, Jacob decided not to bring his pump product, which isn't the end of the world. I actually lost my Mega Pump with Cam. I gave Cam a scoop, and I'm pretty sure I left it in the gym, or he's got it. Yeah. So I don't know. So Sanai's brought a non-Conte affiliated.
Insights up, Sanai 10.
Wow!
Thank you.
Sam, can you just block that whole bit out? Block that whole bit out and just replace it with Reese 10, just a big emoji of Reese 10.
Yeah, Sanai 10, commission please.
Sanai 10. Insights up if you guys want, but Reese 10 for everything else content. Maybe one day Jacob 10 because they've been resharing you a good amount.
Yeah, we made the front cover.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, which is quite cool. So yeah, Jacob's currently, like I said earlier in the video, there's a bit of it's not really been a too different approach for this show. It's just been a case of he's been lean. We haven't like really had to dig too hard. We pushed up steps a touch, haven't done any cardio, went down to baseline food. We saw 1.3 kilos off from your lowest before. And did you weigh yourself this morning or did you not bring your scales? Oh, whole data ruined. So basically, this is Jacob's second to last show. We're in Amsterdam Friday. Like we go on Thursday, which is pretty cool. Like Thursday morning. So this is his second to last show. As I said, in the juniors. Pulled down a little bit of body weight, filled up a little bit more aggressively. We actually pulled protein down a little bit this week to kind of save a bit of like GI space and just general sort of digestive space because we pushed carbs, not loads higher, but we had like an extra day of loading and then we also didn't run the fat load. So we already were fuller because we were running baseline food. So it's been a pretty simple sort of approach where it comes to like saving a bit of GI space, pull protein down, carbs a bit higher for a longer period of time. And then also because you're fresher, we've not had to like, the last few days you've not moved as much, but like your legs were ruined like 3, 4, 5 days out from the last show where now like your legs are probably still pretty tired, you're lean, but they're not like battered, you know?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, so how do you feel, mate? You excited today?
Good, yeah, big day ahead, bringing some smoke today.
That's cool, yeah. All good, right, we'll see, I'm not too sure, but we'll get Jacob chilling and that sort of stuff. And then you'll be on in, what time is it now? 9ish? Yeah, 9 back on, so 2 hours. 2 hours out. Exciting, guys. Sick. Right guys, so pre-stage meal is going in. We keep things pretty simple. We're gonna do, was that your second square bar? Or was that your third? I said 2 to 3 and he's already had 3, so bro likes his square bars. So the protocol that we've been running is basically like 2 to 3 square bars, 2 boxes of dark chocolate. He's actually got 85% dark chocolate this time, not 70, was it 73 or something like that? Yeah. So basically dark chocolate, nitric oxide, it's just going to increase that kind of potential for blood flow. And as well, it's a fat source, so it's going to slow down digestion, so it's not going to be a case where you're just getting in the carbs, getting in a good amount of salt and sugars, and it's just going to kind of go through you. When you're lean, you need it to sort of stick. So you're obviously going to have some dietary fat from the square bars, good amount of dark chocolate, and then we want to keep food volume low while also having some fast kind of uptake of nutrients. So the jam protocol is something that I'm quite a big fan of. And also, Jacob likes jam. I think pre-stage should be a case where it should be a case of like foods that you enjoy and like, and nothing that like is going to be overly voluminous. So things that are low volume, good amount of calories, good amount of carbs. We haven't even had a protein feeding today so far. We're just trying to keep stomach volume low. And we're just going to try and run off getting a good amount of fluid in, not loads, but enough to be able to get a pump, and while also just getting in some simple foods. So yeah, pretty simple. Just making sure things are sound. So about 45 minutes away from heading on. A lot of people make the mistake of like having their pre-stage meal with like 10, 15 minutes. I would say for most people, 45 minutes to maybe like even like an hour and a half. Get the meal in and then almost just sit down, chill, make sure the meal digests, then start pumping. Utilize a pump product, Mega Pump, Reese 10, or you forget Mega Pump and bring Conviction, which is Jacob has done. So yeah, we're gonna make a reel about this in a short form content. So Sam, flip the camera around, end this clip, make it a reel, bro.
And up next, number 13, Jacob Tipper. And in third place, athlete number 15, Harry. And we have one single point separating our top two athletes today. In second place, athlete number 13, Jacob. And your winner, athlete number 7, Julian. And ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for a fantastic junior category.
And can we have a final pose from the top 3 competitors? Gentlemen, one more pose of your choice. And a different pose, one more pose.
Right guys, we're sat down, show, I'm guessing Sam would have probably filmed a bit. We got the participation medal, which they look the exact same.
This is actually cooler than the second.
Yeah, and then this one just says second, so yeah, second place. I'll let Jacob go. Jacob, what are your thoughts?
We bought a better package than the MBW,
Yeah.
and obviously it wasn't the result we were looking for today, but it doesn't change the look. Like the look we bought was the best yet, and it's one of those days where things just didn't go my way. Like second's still great in this lineup. Like
The lineup was a joke.
yeah,
The lineup was class.
It was probably better than the overall at the MBW. So, you know, the fact that I came here as a teen and still got second, like it's still really good.
Yeah.
But onwards and upwards into the next one, really.
A very mature response, because if I was 19, I probably would be like, what the fuck? Yeah,
Bullshit.
so no, it's not bullshit. I can completely understand. Julian, I don't know if he's still around. Jack Champ won. Fantastic shape, amazing
he's really
shape.
good.
Yeah, he's a wicked bodybuilder. Like, for a first-time bodybuilder, I can't speak highly of Julian. Really, really good. I've been following him now for a fair few months, and I knew that they would come to battle, and they have done 2 weeks ago. And Jacob won the overall, and Julian was probably towards the end of that overall lineup because of a few things we don't really know. I'm not gonna. It's Julian's. Like, watch his video; he'll probably explain. But this week it was obviously Jacob was better, sharper, fuller. The lineup was really good, and I think it's one of those where I'm not the sort of coach to ever. I've never said it on a video. He was robbed. You weren't robbed. I can understand why he's lost. It was a 1-point decision, but I do believe if you're going off strictly pose for pose and certain criteria, Jacob should have won, and I have no issue at all saying that.
We also didn't do all the poses, so I just want to add that in.
They didn't
There
do
were
the
no quarter turns or anything.
I don't think that would have made a massive difference,
No.
but I think condition-wise, I just look at it and think within bodybuilding, you have freakier quads, you're more conditioned, you were a lot sharper and fuller through the upper. The only thing that I thought Julian beat you on was maybe his rear shots, potentially, definitely his rear lats, but I thought Julian's rear lats were really good. And then as well, when it comes to that silhouette, which PCA love shape and that sort of kind of X-frame. Kaya just walked by, and he's somebody who literally benefits from that, but he used to turn up to shows, I spoke to him yesterday and it's the case, he used to turn up to shows pretty soft, but because he had small waist, massive quads, X-frame, PCA loved that, especially within like a junior lineup. Julian is really good. I just don't think certain results coincide with like, is Julian a better bodybuilder than Jacob? Based off 2 weeks ago? No, by quite some distance. Based off today? Yes, by 1 point. We take that. We move on. It's not the end of the world. Julian is 3 or so years older than Jacob. There were some really, really good guys in the lineup that Jacob pretty much beat. Yeah, it was a really good lineup. And we've brought our best package, and it's quite funny because Jacob was like a centimetre off the tall class, and I've not seen it, but I don't think the tall lineup quality-wise was that high in comparison, just judging off what we've seen. But I said to Jacob, because he was like, oh, I should have done this and like made myself a bit taller. But it doesn't matter, the look stays the same. And I did say, like, imagine if you were to get beat in the overall by the same dude, because you would have been against the overall, how you would have felt. Because the feeling right now is slightly bittersweet. It hasn't gone our way, it's cool, not the end of the world. We take it, we move on. And it's just a shame because if Julian turned up and he was much, much sharper and he was fuller through the upper, I think we both go, cool, sound. But when it's beat off like X-frame, it's like, it is bodybuilding, it's something that judges look for. We can't act like it doesn't exist. but I just don't think it's the fairest result in line of the package that Jacob brought. But I'm going to be biased. I know other people speak to me and probably say the same because they're going to be biased. It is what it is. Either way, I said to Jacob outside, we had a nice little chat, and I said, like, I'm incredibly proud of what he's done, the work he's done, and everything. Like, we came into this prep and we were like, right, first place in any team class, top 3 at this show would be really good, and we're very, very upset that we've got second by 1 point to a fantastic junior bodybuilder at fucking 19. So we take it, we move on. It's one of those. I also said to Jacob, we've had the exact same career path. I got a first overall at my first show, then a second to Jack Eagles, who literally the exact same, just X-frame and just shape. Or not even X-frame, was physique, but more so like just shape.
19.
Yeah, and he was 19, so the same age as Jacob. So it's like, it just happens at times, it happens. And it's like one of those where you got to take it. When you get beat by condition, sound. When you get beat by muscularity, sound. When you get beat by FX frame, it's like, what the fuck can we do? But we've got to get better. So we are now 6 days out? 6 days out from Amsterdam.
6 days out from the last show.
That is the juniors as well. So we're going to finish on a high regardless. That'll be good. We'll bring an even better look, I'm sure. We'll take data from this, learn, make sure he's pumping up his back, because that was something that we discussed.
Yeah.
And now obviously I've got Cam on, but if I'm honest, I'm a little bit annoyed. I'm just a bit pissed off, but it happens. Like, I'm going to be upset. I put a lot of time into my guys, and also I give a fuck about Jacob. He's a really, really good lad, and I'm devastated for him that he hasn't won, because no one deserves a win, but he's put the work in and he's brought a winning package. Just not our day. So yeah, that's that. I'm a little bit annoyed. Jacob a bit annoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe. This isn't the out of the video, but just make us cheer us up, and also coaching slots available. Sign up and we'll both be really happy.
Yeah, sign up. We need that.
Yeah, we need some sign-ups. Right, guys, we are joined by potentially the most handsome guy in the building, Mr. Cam, Mr. Cam Z Fitness.
The one and only.
So Cam's on for physique. You're doing junior, aren't you?
Yeah.
I for some reason thought you were in tall or whatever. I thought, for some reason, I just had Cam as like, in my head I view you as like my age, but
Yeah.
I know you're a bit younger. So
Yeah,
you're 23 now, aren't you?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
my last year as a junior this year.
Yeah.
I've rinsed the junior category, to be fair. This will be my 3rd time competing as a junior. Did
Yeah.
20 years old,
Yeah.
21,
Yeah.
which we won't talk about that. We won't talk about what happened when I was 21. And now 23.
Yeah.
Actually working with a good coach this time. So if you want to sign up,
Coaching slots available, guys.
Be a link in the bio.
I didn't actually tell him to say that, but this is the first time that Cam's been like legit 100%, which is really, really good.
Yeah.
As you can probably see by his face. I don't know if you can see
The
with the
death
lighting,
face.
but
Yeah.
Cam's face, like anybody who spoke to him is like, God, your face is skinny. And we've had to push very, 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 very hard. Give us what we've been doing for the last like 6 weeks.
I mean, basically, like, since I've started working with Reese, we needed to dial things back in. When I joined him, I was in my body positivity phase.
AKA eating fried chicken
Yeah,
multiple times a week.
The Chicken George protocol was in big time. So yeah, we just basically have been cutting down. Just move out of the way.
Yeah, we'll go over it.
Yeah, we just have been basically just like steadily losing weight, focusing on just basically bring up training, cardio as well, just annihilating the Stairmaster.
He has PTSD. You're never gonna want to do the Stairmaster again after this prep.
Nothing worse after a fucking hard day of blue collar work, and then you have to mount the Stairmaster, fucking stamp it up and down, going hyper every single day. I'd bring like 3 changes of clothes. Anyway, we shifted 70 pounds total, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
240 to 170.
Well, it was kind of like, it was almost split up in 2 phases, because you start at like 234, 233.
There's a fat bastard fat loss phase, and then there's the
prep.
The prep.
Yeah. So it's like almost been like 2 phases where I said to Cam, like, right, we start around 200 pounds. He then had Christmas. So I was like, we'll get you leaner. We'll then, he's embarrassed now. So we'll get you leaner. We'll get you into a good spot. We'll then have a bit of a diet break. Turns out Cam took the diet break as a coaching break for 3 weeks. Checks in at like the same weight. And I'm like, sick, cool, you put on some weight. This is going to be hard. And I said to you multiple times, like, we might not be able to do the show. You might not be 100%. I was getting into him, getting at 80%, 90%. But we push hard. And like, the thing is, and this is what we've got to have to realise, there's always more to give. And as much as you can say, I've done this, I've done that, Cam Cam still could have done more, even though at the moment he would probably think there's no chance. But there is almost levels to it where he's done pro fat rest days. He's done, let's say, a fat load with an hour of cardio where he was literally calling me saying, "You're gonna be."
I've got to go.
Oh, sound right. I'll do the outro. Anyway, that's Cam. Cam, go sit down. Go get yourself sorted.
Whoa.
Right, cool. Oh, sound. There we go. Right, come grab me. Like, let's say when Jacob's done, yeah? Right, so yeah, Cam's just gone for his second coat of tan, so it's just me. But yeah, with Cam, literally push really fucking hard. Like, there's a lot of respect that I have for Cam. But then also, as I've been very honest with him, if he didn't start as fat and his training was better, like at the start, it would have been a better process. But these are things you have to learn at. Like, I'm not expecting anybody to be perfect. In a prep, yes, you have to be as close as you can, but Cam looks really, really good. He's in junior. For some reason, I thought he was in tall because he mentioned doing tall because we were potentially doing other shows this year. So again, I'm not entirely sure, but obviously I know he's in juniors today. Cam looks really, really good. Like really, like he's just that PCA sort of look. Tiny midsection, really good abs. Upper body's really full, posing really good. Good looking lad, as I said earlier. Nice hair, like chiseled sort of face. Like one of those sort of things where like I don't really care. I said to Sam, I don't really care about his result. I think he'll do really well, but he's brought his 100% package with everything considered, and now it's a case of like him actually getting better and looking to go into an off season, go into an improvement phase, not get fat, get his training performance into a really good spot, and that's going to be putting us in a really, really exciting position moving forward. So yeah, literally nothing but positives. Like Cam's absolutely smashed it, and I've got the most amount of respect for Cam, and I'm fingers crossed he does really well. So he'll be on about 2:30. He's had a little bit of fluid, a little bit of caffeine, no meals, like no direct meals other than just a protein feeding. Literally, I was thinking like 50 grams of whey. So just a protein feeding in the morning, just to get him ticking over, and also helps with a bit of diuresis when it comes to just getting in a protein feeding. Vitamin C, just so we're continuing to dry out a little bit. And then because he's on Men's Physique, I try to keep food even lower so they can kind of bring that crisp, tight midsection. Right guys, so it might look like I've not moved because we were sat there and I'm now sat facing this way, but we have. Me and Salah went and got a meal. We've chicken and rice and a square bar actually. So usually whenever I like go to a show day, food wise for me, I just prep my meals and then just like, because I'm on my feet a good amount, when I can sit down, I sit down. So I don't wake up the following day 5 kilos down. However, we have the best looking man in the room, Cam Z Fitness. Introduced him that last time. Mate, you can get away with it. Like a lot of people, if they did that, if I did that, especially with this meathead, they'd be like, no, Sam, I can't do it. Sam just looked at me and went, do it. No. If I did that, people would like dislike and unsubscribe and not watch me. Cam can get away with it because he's fucking chiseled and he looks good. So yeah, pre-stage meal for Cam. I sound a bit like a copycat that I did with Jacob, but genuinely, like Cam is a little bit different. We've had 3 servings of chicken. I said to him he looks really good, like he looks class, and with some higher protein feedings, it's gonna help with that diuresis, going to the toilet a good amount of times. He is definitely, bro is scared of drinking water. I've been telling him, Cam, drink more water, because we're literally gonna be putting in a meal with sodium that's gonna be literally soaking up, going intramuscular. If you have no fluid, all that fluid is just gonna get to a point where you can't get a pump. So that is something that I did talk about when it comes to not being scared of fluid. So he just took a sip. Sam, Cam, I said, Sam, Cam, more fluid, mate, get more in, another sip. So, nah, come on, man, finish it off, get more in, get another couple sips. So we're going with Cam, we're going for 3 square bars, and then again, good amount of jam, and then a few Percy Pig fizzy tails. He has mentioned these, honestly, 20 times, 30 times maybe. He's mentioned them a lot. I never heard about them up until literally about 2 weeks ago, and then he's just mentioned them multiple times. So we're putting them in. I quite like sweets, especially if they digest well and they're something that you like, you look like you like the look of and you look forward to. So putting in them, getting that in, and pretty much it's going to be a case of ideally just getting this meal in and then looking to pretty much just kind of get a bit of a pump, keep our pump ticking over with a bit of sugar. For Men's Physique guys, I try and keep food volume even lower. So Cam, like I said, it's later on in the day, we are keeping fluid a little bit lower, and Cam looks fucking awesome. Like I had a look at him earlier, and like he looks really, really good. Like way better than I actually thought he would do. But that being said, you looked class last night, you were just fucking pale. So now that you've actually got a tan, all is good. So get these meals in, and then get pumped up, see how he does. Fingers crossed, good result. Junior Physique, it's the first on for the, it should be on at 2:30, and there's some Men's Physique guys pumping up, but it's going to probably run late. So get his meal in, and then we'll kind of see when we can get pumping. So yeah, all good.
win, Matthew. And your winner, athlete number 96, Cameron. And ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for all of our fantastic junior physique athletes.
And can we have a final pose
Just about
from the top
Yes, people,
three?
it was good. We are almost at the end. It's been a long day. What time is it? Like 4 o'clock yet?
Half 4, yeah.
Fucking hell, you're supposed to be on at 2:30. Cam's been off for like the last 45 minutes. Cam won his class. Really, really good look. Like, what's your thoughts, mate?
It's surreal. Genuinely, it's completely surreal. It's like I said to Reese, I was more proud with the fact that we managed to shift 70 pounds from peak fat bastard Chicken George phase to now
Giga
Chad phase.
Mewing every couple of minutes. Yeah. And then also doing this constantly to the judges. Was that part of the game plan?
It won.
Yeah.
It worked. Like shit. Hate on it.
Well, to be fair, what worked was he was the most conditioned by like a considerable distance. There was a few in the lineup, one guy that he was next to who had won a junior show and genuinely looked like he had maybe 10 pounds to 15 pounds extra body fat in comparison to Cam. And when he was pumping up backstage, I was like, he looks really good. And I said to Cam after when he came off, it was like there's certain times where you look at somebody and you go, oh my God, they look so good on stage. And Cam walked out and it was like, shit, yeah, he's the sharpest. Your glaze was wicked. I always say to my clients, glaze. Glaze was class. Really, really good midsection. Posing was awesome. Really, really good. A little bit questionable facial, one of them, but we'll let that slide. It was better than 2022. Yeah, it was better than 2022. He was awful the last time he competed when I didn't coach him. I was like, mate, your facial expressions are awful. That's literally what I said to you when you got off stage. But this time, at least he wasn't fat and he was peeled. So yeah, Cam, it's awesome. So
feel like
good.
such a winner, man.
Yeah, and you should, man. Like, it's one of those where people, like, let's say for example, Jacob genetically is an alien. He's fucking awesome. Jacob would win most team classes at 60 to 70%. If he was to miss meals, miss steps, miss cardio, he'd still probably win most classes. Cam, on the other hand, is genetically very good, but he's not a freak. And he has to be 100%. Today, he was 100%. And he smoked the lineup. I thought it was a really, really easy win for him, which is class. We've got the overall soon, I don't know, 2 hours or so. I honestly think there might be a part where we speak about potentially an overall win. Is that going to be the case? There's some really good dudes. There's some really, really good dudes. But Cam is probably the most conditioned, and I think I need to be getting into his head. Be confident. Go out there, see how things go. It will be close in the overall. I don't think it might not be yours, but it might be. I think there's a very small chance. No, listen, I don't want to hear it. We'll see how things go. Unless it's positive, I don't want to hear it.
It's war talk. For this overall, I might have to miss out on Chicken George because it shuts at 10, right? From Telford to here is 2.5 hour drive to account for traffic. I'm going to need to piss as well. So if you think I'm going to come into this overall and not be seeking for blood, you're taking fried chicken out of my mouth.
Is it Chicken George tonight?
Is it Chicken
Is it
George?
bet? It is. It is.
Chicken George. Chicken George every night.
Absolutely class. And then we have Jacob. We've already had a bit of a chat, but I think his head's now a little bit more. Mine's still, it was on Mars, now on Jupiter. I think that's a little bit closer to the, I don't know. Yeah, maybe to the moon, Sam, is it not? Is Jupiter further away? Yeah. Okay, cheers, Sam. Okay, so it was on Jupiter, it's now on Mars. As I said, we understand why. It's a shame. Looking back at photos, it's PCO, unfortunately. It's like criteria. If someone fits that look, sometimes they disregard certain factors, and we've just got to take it and think, right, we've got to move on. There's always going to be losses. Jacob is not going to win every single show, and he's got to take this and think, okay, this is what happens. Now I need to get better, and we have 6 days to get better. So the main POA now for Jacob is he's having a Nando's tonight. I wasn't really planning on saying he can have like a free reign off-plan meal. Controlled Nando's, 1,400 calories. Back to it from tomorrow, keeping steps pretty low while slowly building food up, because condition-wise, you're there. I think now it's a case of pushing fullness and making sure the physique comes not back to life, but I definitely think your legs have somewhat withered in the last couple of weeks, since really probably when we started coming down from 79 kilos down to 75, 74.
Yeah.
We just lost a little bit of that pop through the quads, which if anybody can lose a little bit of pop through the quads,
It is me.
probably
It
you.
is me.
So, bro. Don't be on your phone, man. We're doing the outro. Don't be on the outro.
Sorry, man.
These 2024 kids just like can't
Oh,
yeah.
no,
He's getting a lot of girls,
Gen Z or
I
whatever,
had
Gen
to
V.
quickly like watch some cat TikToks quickly. Attention span was dropping.
needs more Percy pigs. So yeah, that's that. Jacob and Phoebe, so Jacob's girlfriend, are gonna go. You're gonna go to whereabouts? Where's he going?
Takeout Primark, and we're getting Nando's.
Primark and then Nando's. What a lovely time. And then literally in 4 days, I'll be seeing them again, and we're going to Amsterdam for Worlds. Unfortunately, Sam is not here. Sam is not coming. So, but we'll get content and stuff like that. And I imagine by this time the video's out, you probably would have seen stuff on social media. So, yeah, Jacob, awesome, mate. Really, really good. Cam, I say awesome, but we've got the overall to go. That is maybe part one of the video done. I say there's not going to be a part two, but that's like, this is it for now. There might be another outro. We will see. See you later.
And gentlemen, facing the front, abdominals. Abdominals. Audience members, a round of applause.
Take care. Safe journey home.
Have fun on your surfing trip, buddy.
Right, guys, this is actually an official outro because I keep forgetting. Oh, I'm going to keep them at the same spot. Sam told me off for moving the mic around and ruining the audio quality, so I'm sorry, guys. If you're listening on headphones, your left ear is now stimulated. Now your right ear. Sorry, Sam. What's up?
You need to go to bed.
Long day. It's been a long day. So, Cam was into the overall. I thought he looked really good. His tan wasn't as good. Like, you could almost see his glaze wasn't as, like, prominent, but his midsection was class. Like, the dude
Yeah,
that
I
won
did
the
think
overall.
that.
Yeah, like, his glaze.
Yeah, his tan as well.
Yeah, his
wasn't
tan
it,
and
at the start?
glaze was a little bit mudded, but midsection was probably the most sharp on the stage, just small in comparison
who
to the
won,
other
though.
dude. And then, yeah.
Here he is.
Hello, Finn.
Thank you. Can
Hi,
you
guys.
tap me out?
Hi guys,
Yeah, Finn, we can do an FK Physiques lineup.
Oh really?
No, a bit of both. So, Finn's joined us. Give a rundown of
Shannon's
how
looking at me like I want to go home.
Give a rundown for how your clients have been.
So I had 4 clients today. In the junior tall class, I had Conran. Conran, give him a wave. Just give him a wave. Say hello. Conran won his class, so he was in the overall. And to be fair, held his own in the overall. He actually looked really, really good in the overall, but there's some very good bodybuilders. So he was sort of on the outskirts of the top 3. But it was really cool to get some experience against the best people of the day. I had then Sonny in the novice class came second. Sonny's absolutely peeled, like really, really proud of him. He's had so much stress this last week, bless him. He's got evicted from his house. His bank account's got blocked because he had to send a deposit for a new place. So he was like ready to give up on prep. But I had a good chat with him and he didn't give up, and he's got like, that's the first, I've coached Sonny for years now, and that's the 4th show he's done, and that's the first time he's placed. So like he was so happy. It was lovely to see. Ben came 5th out of a really like busy class in the classic tall. Looked really, really good. Very happy with how he looked, and potential wise, like he's got really good structure for classic. He just needs more muscle, more time to his lower body. And then George looked really fucking good, bless him, but he was in a very good class of really good men's physique guys. He's just small, yeah. He knows that. He's got like what it takes to be good in the long term. He just needs more muscle. He was full today, really good. Like posing was great, tan was good, glaze was good pump up, but he came up against bigger guys. So, but yeah, he's done himself proud. Really, really good. And then obviously we just had the overalls. The standard was very good. Like the top, especially the physique guy that won, ridiculous.
The guy who got second.
The black guy was really good. The figure girl, ridiculous. The girl that came second in the overall in figure, ridiculous. Bikini girl, really, really good. Bodybuilding was very, very good as well. Like I thought it was close between Julian, Jack Chan, and the guy who won. I thought Julian could have had it based on posing, but the guy who won was just bigger and more bubbly. I have this back now.
Sam, man, yeah, we'll tag out, bro. Tag out. Thanks for that.
Sam, will you make that like for me as my own little
4-minute video.
Yeah, can I have that as a reel, please? Fucking lovely.
Class outro. So that's the FK summary. And then for me, Jacob second, as I said, one of them. We move on. And then like I said, for Cam, first place in the juniors, which was immense. Really, really good. So it's been a great day. Second and first. I said to Jacob, it's my first loss of the year. I've had 4 clients on stage now, and so far 3 wins in overall, and then Jacob got second. But we move on. We've got Amsterdam, like I said, which is sound, and it's just been a really, really good show day. The stand-up was a joke, and it was actually like, it was a bit of a late show, but it was ran quite well. So yeah, all the overall winners, class, all the classes, really, really good. And that is the outro of the video. So if you enjoy these sort of videos, please let me know, because I literally have clients on stage pretty much every week from like September onwards for like 8 weeks, and this is like next week's the last of like the natty / earlier shows. I have a men's physique guy at the end of the month, but that's only one guy. But I'm definitely going to get Sam to do a few more of these videos. 'Cause I'm guessing probably the people that watch them aren't like new viewers, probably people that follow me and stuff like that. And also it gives you a good insight to what shows are about, because the first time I ever turned up to a show was literally the first show I ever did. So it was like, oh shit, that's how things are, that's how things run. So comment, like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff.
Smother. Can't swear.
Peace, motherfuckers.